have played Stardew Valley for hundreds of hours. However, you still don't know about these 15 incredible hidden mechanics that will seriously set you up for success. Let me fix that for you. This is going to sound silly, however, I guarantee you didn't know this. You can get an Iridium scythe, and you most definitely should. This thing can be used to harvest crops. It will indeed save you a ton of time. Harvesting crops by hand doesn't even compare. However, have you ever noticed that it's just not that fast? Look at this, it's kinda slow, isn't it? Well, we can improve the speed of our scythe. Just grab 2 emerald rings. These increase the attack speed of your weapons. For some reason, this includes your scythe, allowing you to harvest even quicker. Unfortunately, this does not work on your other tools. However, we shouldn't get too greedy now. Ladders and shafts don't just appear when you're ready for the next floor. They appear when you break rocks. Each and every rock has a chance to drop a ladder. That means speed is power. Bombs will allow you to rapidly destroy rocks and thus find ladders quicker. The slingshot works exactly like bombs, just with a little bit more control and slightly quicker, because you don't have to wait for the bomb to defuse. There is also another mechanism that you can use. Ensure you have an Iridium pickaxe and enchant it with the swift enchantment. Regular boring rocks will always only need to be hit once. The swift enchantment lets you hit those rocks considerably quicker, thereby finding ladders and shafts quicker. Also, always bring at least a couple staircases with you so you can skip any infested floor, as those are just a full-on time sink. Time is money, depth is money. Get deep quickly and enjoy your profits. The water in Stardew Valley is divided into hidden zones. Water that is further than any land is a higher zone. Fishing in the higher zone will get you better quality fish, rarer species, and more treasure chests. So always cast as deep and as far away from land as possible. Just take a look at these images. The red is the best place to be fishing. This is where you will get the best fish. You're most likely always trying to cast as far as possible. Well, now you know why you should be doing that. With the great new advanced Iridium fishing rod, we now have the ability to use 2 fishing tackle. If you're confident in your fishing, always use a quality bobber as the second option. And when you're level 10 fishing, this will guarantee that you only catch Iridium quality fish. This is great, since smoked fish do not lose their quality like turning high quality crops into wine. It's in your best interest. Perfect catches don't just feel good, they increase fish quality and give bonus fishing experience. This is something we can take advantage of in the early game. Use a training rod to ensure only weak peasant fish bite, ensuring that you can only get perfect catches. And cast your line as close to land as possible. This allows you to rapidly level up your fishing skill, allowing you to quickly graduate to a bigger, better fish rod with fishing tackle. Bee houses check the nearest flower within 5 tiles in a diamond shape, just like this. This is how many bee houses you can fit around a single flower to get lovely flower honey. Now, this setup is great and all, but you can't actually reach most of the bee houses. So take a look at this setup instead. This little simple setup gives you tons of fairy rose honey while allowing you to easily harvest everything. However, there is a setup even better than this. It does unfortunately use 4 flowers, but it looks incredible on your farm. This bee house setup maximizes profit as well as looking incredible on your farm. Listen, fairy rose honey sells for almost 1,000 gold and reproduces every 4 days. It's worth your time and effort. Use hyperspeed grow on day 1 to speed up your profits. Fruit trees produce fruit every single day, no matter the season, when planted on Ginger Island. And the fruit improves in quality every year, eventually popping out Iridium quality fruit. Now, you already know that you need an empty tile around your tree for it to grow. This means that fruit trees close to each other need to be 2 tiles away from each other. This is quite annoying. However, once the fruit trees has fully matured, it doesn't matter anymore. So once your fruit trees have fully grown, you can drop flooring around the tree and have a really neat and tidy setup like this. Don't let the limitations of fruit trees limit you. As you might know, high quality crops dropped into kegs, preserve jars, or even dehydrators will result in the same quality artisan product. So if you have Iridium quality starfruit, don't expect Iridium quality wine from those kegs. My recommendation is that you sell any gold quality crop you get immediately. You will always need money. Turning crops into wine makes you more money, but it delays your money. Simply sell high quality crops and age the lower quality stuff. This is a good balance that will keep your cash flow high while not sacrificing profits from wine. Listen, the Book of Stars is the best book in the entire game. Let me tell you why. If you read this book, you will get some experience points in all of the skills in the game. This is great, especially since this book has a 25% chance to be for sale at the bookseller. You can also find this book randomly throughout your adventures in Stardew Valley. Now here is the thing, you should never actually use this book. This book can be traded in for 8 servings of fairy dust. This is now the easiest way to get fairy dust in the entire game. Stack these books up slowly over time and then trade them all in for hundreds of fairy dust. It is no secret that your crops grow quite slowly in this game. This is especially true for certain crops like ancient fruit and sweet gem berries. They just seem to take forever to fully mature. Well, what if we just maximize the mechanics in the game for our own personal gain? The agriculturist profession will cause all crops to grow 10% faster. That alone is quite substantial. However, we can double down on this for even more speed. Hyperspeed grow causes crops to grow an additional 33% faster. Combine this with the agriculturist profession and your crops will grow 43% faster. Think of the potential savings in time. This makes sweet gem berries an actual growable profit king, and it turns starfruit into a weekly profit magnet. Most players don't realize how powerful the quarry can get over time. By default, the quarry tries to spawn up to 7 new rocks or ores every single day. But here's the trick, every year you play, the daily spawn rate goes up. So in year 2 it's higher, in year 3 even more, and by the late game the quarry can generate up to 16 fresh items in a single day. Early into your playthrough we can visit the quarry once every 2 weeks and completely clear it for some free resources. However, once we get to the 2nd or 3rd year, we should visit the quarry every week to maximize the free resources. And if you're in the 5th year, you will have to visit the quarry every 2 days to fully utilize the free resources. You have been underestimating the quarry. Let's change that today. At the Desert Festival, there's one shop that's insanely underrated. You can pick up mega bombs for just 15 Calico coins each. Wait, it gets better. There is unlimited stock. I managed to get over 1,000 Calico coins in a skull cavern run and spent every single one of them on mega bombs. I might have enough bombs to last the rest of the year. But wait, it doesn't stop there. It always gets better. The same vendor also lets you buy 5 spicy eels and 5 lucky lunches every single day of the festival. That's a game changer. Combine these buffs with a ton of mega bombs and this investment will pay for itself in no time. The big shed is one of those buildings that feels almost magical in Stardew Valley. On the outside, it only takes up a tiny 7x3 space on your farm. That is absolutely nothing. Look at how tiny this thing actually is. Until you step inside and it opens up into a massive 17x12 usable area. That is over 200 tiles of space to play with. You can cram it full of processing machines like kegs, preserve jars, or crystallariums to automate huge production lines. Or you can fill it up with garden pots and actually grow crops indoors, completely unaffected by seasons. If you pair the garden pots with deluxe retaining soil, you'll also never have to water these crops, making it almost effortless. Just run through with your Iridium scythe and collect tons of free crops. The big shed basically gives you a hidden warehouse that multiplies your farming efficiency without eating up much exterior space. It's one of the highest value upgrades in the entire game. The Thorn ring is often overlooked, but it can actually become a deadly tool with the right setup. Normally when you wear one of these, it reflects a portion of the damage enemies deal back at them. However, if you wear 2 Thorn rings at the same time, you will double that damage, allowing you to actually defeat enemies without lifting a finger. Okay fine, you're most likely going to still want to hit them back, but yeah, this is still pretty cool regardless. Stardew Valley has 2 kinds of luck. The daily luck roll that you can see on the TV and temporary luck buffs from food like spicy eel or lucky lunch. Luck bonuses can stack. Stacking your luck has many huge impacts on the game. High luck greatly increases the chances of finding treasure chests while fishing. High luck increases your chance to crit. Surprisingly, luck even increases the chances of finding a mahogany seed when chopping the trees down. And in the skull cavern, each point of luck increases the chance of finding a treasure floor by 1%. So imagine if you eat magic rock candy and drink some ginger ale. That gives you a 7% higher chance of finding a treasure floor on every single floor you land on. Then you can even increase it further with lucky rings. Listen, luck is not a little stat you can ignore in this game. Listen, bee houses are actually really expensive to craft. They require 40 wood and 8 coal each. It doesn't seem expensive until you look again. 8 pieces of coal for a single bee house. Fortunately, we can somewhat solve this. You need to ditch the incredible, amazing gatherer and botanist profession for the forester profession instead. Then enchant your axe with the shaving enchantment. This will drastically increase the amount of wood you will get from chopping down trees. This will get you more than enough wood for the bee houses. Then drop the extra wood into charcoal kilns to get the missing coal you need for these bee houses. Don't go and underestimate these little known facts. There is no bonus in this video. However, this video has 10 things you absolutely did not know about Stardew Valley, and that video has a bonus in it, so you should go watch it right now. Subscribe, like, and thanks for watching. But for now, I will see you in the next video.